after each of the performances today, and we try to keep the Q&A to about 5 questions so we can keep moving. So let's move on to today. First off, we have musician Dave Madden playing here, improvising on a host of instruments and objects, sound-making objects. This is how he works improvisationally. Dave has traveled quite a bit, has played in a lot of different places, different settings, everything from coffee shops to universities. We're really thrilled to have him here. Help me welcome Dave Madden.
12 minutes. questions or something. Any questions?
Okay, clearly you love playing around with sound. You got some crazy sounds on all ends of the spectrum. When you first started, you were playing mainly on just that big, I don't know, whatever that thing is called there.
Timpani?
Timpani.
Yes. It doesn't look like it's like a timpani that went through a submarine that went through lost and then came back 500 years later.
Well, what I was kind of wondering was, when you were playing that, I heard like 7 different instruments almost. And I was wondering if that's at all intentional. Are you trying to kind of recreate the sounds of different instruments, or is it just...
Yeah, single tones are kind of, sine waves are neat, but yeah, it just lends itself to a lot of different harmonics, a lot of different shades of metal sounds, not as in metal, but as in metal. But yes, that is definitely intentional, and that's why I like performing on this thing, because there's times when I have no idea what I'm going to get. Like here I shoved a guitar string in here. So, you know, there's like, it's really about like doing the one-man thing, trying to be a whole band, I guess. So that's why I'm so fidgety on this stuff. But yes, definitely trying to get a lot of mileage out of the simple thing. There. Yep.
Show us the back of the drum, like there's a hole in it or what?
No, it's, okay, so typically the way a timpani works, it doesn't sit on a milk crate. There's a foot and you have it all plugged in, and then everything on this, there's these pins that all hook together in the middle, and then when you push it, you can change the pitch of it. So no, it's just a little hole right here. That little dangler. Sure. Who's next? Joe.
Dave, can you talk a little bit about the advantages and disadvantages to improvisation versus like Western style written music?
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. Like, I am crap at reading notes, like sight reading. Like, I'm a guitarist, and that's kind of sort of, I grew up playing chords that I could see written down, and then I studied jazz. And as far as, if you're a good sight reader, like, it's hard to find a person who is a really good improviser and a really good sight reader. My friend is lead bassoonist of the symphony. Can play anything put in front of her, but if you say, go improvise on that, she's like, I don't know what to do. So for me, I like, over the years, my attitude has changed about it a bit, because I used to go, I'm not going to practice, I'm not going to do anything, and then I just go up, and sometimes it's a successful show, sometimes not, but like the other day, I just kind of laid out kind of an outline of where things were going to start, and then of course, this thing fell off first and ruined everything, so that's part of the experiment. It's like, okay, now how, like the kitchen screwed up everyone's meals, how do we improvise this? And so, I like, that's also, sorry, I'm rambling, but also there's one part of writing for this. Like if I were to say, I need to create a symbol that represents, do this, and put it on a page, and then have someone learn how to do it exactly how I want them to do it. I tried that for a lot of years, and never worked. So part of it is, there's, the name of it is Instant Compositions, I guess, the Gruppo di Novo, I don't know, it's an Italian group that had Ennio Morricone in it, and they're really well-versed, excellent technical players, but the whole idea is they got together and they just wrote it. And improvised, not necessarily in wild ways, but in really interesting ways.
You have compositions, so you have a notation to remember how they go?
Not with this, no. When I was undergraduate, I did a lot of putting notes on a paper, like I said, and it just didn't, I couldn't get exactly it wasn't exciting, like you sit and you write it all out, and then you hand it to someone, as opposed to being in the moment. So I kind of know, basically the way that I know what's going to happen is what I bring in my bag. So I try this, my wife will attest to this, that I have a tendency to bring too many things, and then what I'm doing gets really convoluted. So I know what I'm going to do with that symbol. I know what I'm going to do with this. So it's more just having that in my head and putting it all the tricks together. Yes.
Do you have a name for this?
Uh,
Is it
I don't know. No, there are people who perform like this, and it's usually experimental percussionist or, yeah, because the word avant-garde kind of doesn't make sense anymore. Like it's like if avant-garde is a label, now we know what it is. Well, then it's not being experimental. It's just okay. Good, we put a box around it so we know. But no, I don't know. It's more the way I keep track of everything is just knowing performers that work in this field. So, and don't go on the internet because you'll see all the tricks that I have ripped off over the last 12 years from a couple of guys. No, I've just tried to make them my own. Anyway, anything else? Yes.
There was a few times when it sounded like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
It made me just like, does it make you do that or?
Not anymore. But the sound of clipping fingernails does that to me. I think that I try to realize like the pain level and the tolerance level of if you haven't done this for 15 years. And I usually think I'm backing off from it, but then there are times when I just get into it and I know that when I've got the cymbal here and I'm doing this stuff that there's lots of harmonics going on.
I thought it was interesting, at one point it sounded almost like Balinese music. Have you been influenced by that?
Yes, for sure. This thing just sounds, look, you can see it's got dents in it, which I put in it. Yes, certainly I have. I've just never been stuck in one kind of music, and this is just kind of one of the ways I perform. And I love Balinese music when it's really free, like those sounds, those metal sounds are just, that's all I've ever been, is just addicted to sound. So whatever's going to make something interesting to me, I'm going to do it.
I like that big sound where it sounded like a giant animal just crashed.
Yeah, it's the elephant symbol. Yeah, thanks.
That's good.
Thank you. Okay,
Anything else?